gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Turn up the bass. A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE. Oh yeah! Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the hub city in Indiana. He goes by @TooSweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. Turn up the bass. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I am your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi, back from my extended vacation. My full-time, part-timer co-host over here, Ian Garavaglia, ran it solo last week, and I just want to say, I know we talked off the record, but I want to give you some public love as well. You did a phenomenal job, my friend. That was well done.
Thank you. I was expecting to go about 30 minutes before I crashed out. I made it almost an hour. I got close. It was nonstop talking. I was losing my voice by the end of it, but I had a good time.
I was going to say, you had Eric Douglas in the house for a little bit. He kept the conversation going. Nick Teodoro, you met a new friend I saw who actually, didn't he win the MVM last week too? Newcomer, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. I wanted to have some fun with the MVM a little bit. I could have gone Eric. Eric was... Obviously, he was second there. Always ready. Always ready.
Yeah, always ready is the Great Brown Hope. We out you indeed. The main event squad is in the chat. They're chanting, "We want Tuck, we want Tuck." But all I have to say to that, Ian, is that Tucky is coming, right?
He's coming.
He's coming back eventually. We don't know when, but he's coming. Ian, it's been a couple weeks, obviously, since I've been on a podcast. I might as well catch people up. If you didn't know, it was my birthday yesterday, so... Staying busy over here. I was at the White Sox-Cardinals doubleheader today that literally just ended, but obviously I didn't stay for both games. But I got a free baseball game out of it, Ian, which is pretty cool because I only paid $60 for behind home plate, and I got 2 games. Damn. Well, 1.5.
Yeah, that's. I saw your video on your Snapchat. That pretty good seats.
Good spot, right?
Yeah, that ain't bad for 60.
Hey, Eric, thanks for stopping by. Speaking of Eric Douglas, and yes, I did enjoy it. I had a great time at the game. Cardinals picked up 2, and the Great Brown Hope says, "Happy Cake Week to Cool Gags." I don't like cake. Is that a hot take?
No. Okay, so here's my thing with cake.
Yeah, let's hear your take on cake.
Whipped cream cake, if you ever had that, top tier. That is number. I think it's called like sweet cream cake or something like that.
Yeah, sweet cream,
it's like the cheap cake. I don't like
at Costco, right?
Yeah, you don't need anything special. Like ice cream cake, my teeth hurt from eating like ice cream.
Oh, I
can't do ice cream cake. I can't do it, which sucks because I love ice cream. I have to like let it sit in my mouth and let the ice cream melt, which is tough because my teeth are that sensitive. I hate it.
Oh, you got sensitive teeth. I didn't know that about you.
It genuinely hurts, yeah.
Oh, I know how that is. I used to have sensitive teeth as well because I'm not saying you didn't take care of your teeth, but I didn't take care of my teeth when I was growing up. And I think it's just genetics at that point, if I'm not mistaken.
Just like gums. They recede and then they get sensitive.
You know what? At least it's not your hair receding.
It's getting there.
One day. Eric, I will take it. But no, I am actually 32 years old, Ian, which is crazy to say.
Big difference.
I know, big difference. But I'll take the 31 instead of the 32. But I will say this. 32 does not feel different than 31. I still feel mentally 18.
Yeah, I have a feeling maybe 30 will be the only other big number that I'll hit, but 24, it's coming up. It's like, I don't care about birthdays anymore.
When you've already, like, emotionally matured faster than most people your age. I know we're not talking wrestling here, guys, but you're getting the peek behind the curtain here.
I was going to say, I was alone last week, so I want to talk.
Yeah, we literally are catching up. When I say I'm catching up with Ian, this is our only time where we get to talk face to face.
Yeah. No, it's like I'm excited for my birthday, have a couple beers, go out to a bar.
What?
That's
that was weird. That was weird. We did have to. See, we're back at it. We don't have Tuck. Tucky is coming. But you still got us, guys. And we got Robbie Collins in the chat. He said, yo, hope you had a good birthday, Kyle. Robbie, thank you. I did. And Eric's more of a pie guy, which I can't hate on that.
I
like
pie. I respect a good pie. Pumpkin pie.
What's your favorite pie?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Mm-hmm. Apple pie, it's hit or miss for me. Get a little bit of cinnamon in there. And then
it has to be, yeah. See? You're starting to make sense.
Top tier.
Pumpkin is top tier for sure. A lot of people might disagree, but I don't care. But hey, guys, we are here at episode 250, a milestone episode for us here at the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. If you didn't know, we've been doing this since 2019, so we appreciate you guys being along for the ride. So if you're curious on why we started late and you didn't know what was going on, make sure you're following us on all the socials because we're going to keep you guys up to date because we talked, once again, off the record, Ian and I, this isn't our full-time job, so things change on the fly. We don't have a set schedule, so the best way to keep up with us, right, Ian, is just following us everywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to call him out right now because I know he...
Oh.
Hopefully he's watching. Or you could be like Bill Moss and put a timer when we were supposed to start, but we put out an announcement today that we're going to be a little late, but...
Come on, I know Bill's following us. He is following us, but if you're not already, guys, that is the best way to keep up with OTM because usually... We are live every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, and we are on the road to 500 subscribers. I believe currently we're at 455, Ian, so we are 45 away, which you did make a deal with me. I said Mariah May was going to show up in the WWE. You didn't believe me. So now once we reach 500, you're going to go live at some point for 24 hours, correct?
Yeah, I'm starting to rethink it because I don't know if it's going to be physically possible to do it. Like,
Get help. Get like people to come on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's just going to be me the entire time. I will do 24 hours straight, but it'll kind of be like what we did with the main event. Like, I physically, especially with them and taking care of them, it's going to be tough. So I will figure it out. I'll brainstorm.
We have main event support. And speaking of main event support, they're in the chat as well. Tino, yes, I did get to see whoop on the Southside team over there in Chicago, but let's be real, Ian, everybody whoops on the White Sox, don't they?
Yeah, we did too, so it's okay.
Ron Killings is giving you the looks in that background, Kyle. You know what? He might be putting me in the STF. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Great podcasting, right?
Yeah, I hope the audio listeners like that one.
Which, by the way, audio listeners, who are you? Make yourself known because we get a lot of audio listeners. I see the numbers, but no one wants to talk to us.
Hey, it's the people. It's like it's the non-night owls. They gotta go to bed early. Wake up in the morning, listen to it at work. Same way. I get it. I was like that too.
You used to be, right? You started as audio only, right? From the beginning?
I couldn't do live because I was passed out, so I just listened in the morning.
And a lot of people that probably are listening back every single episode are probably busy on Thursdays, which I get. And that day's probably never going to change unless the WWE changes their schedule or something like that, I guess. But, guys, I'm going to say this right here, right now. You see that website down below on the ticker, onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com. That is going to be inactive in 1 week. You have 1 week left to support the OTM boys. I will get on a coupon code. I was in Chicago all day. We'll run a discount, blow through all of our inventory, and then we're going to move it on over to Brainbuster Tees. How's that sound, Ian?
I like it.
It's time. It's time because a little bit of delay on some of the merch, but we have some great merch still available. It will get to you on time. Don't worry. Like the Great Brown Hope said, buy the merch or else. And look, we found one audio listener.
Yeah, see,
Robbie.
I'm the same way. I get it. But no, I like Great Brown Hope saying the or else because I was thinking when you said the countdown begins, I was thinking of Jericho, and then he said or else, and I'm like, oh, that's another Jericho thing. So, shout out.
Shout out. Oh, I almost forgot. I've been gone for so long, I forgot about our newest additions. And you didn't even play with them last week. We have sound effects now, guys. I mean, I just wanted to hit the button. That's signifying that we're about to start.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had a lot going on. I wasn't going to the audio cues.
I'm telling you, man, you did better than I expected you to do. I'm not saying you were going to have a bad show, but I know from personal experience how it is to do solo podcasting, very difficult. You need the yin and the yang,
Yeah, you got to have somebody bounce back off it.
So we got a lot of wrestling to catch up on these past few weeks. So let's start with the man that is behind me here on our thumbnail, because there's a big matchup that is happening tomorrow night on SmackDown. If you're listening to this, we are recording on the 19th. So this match might have already happened, but this is a non-title matchup, Ian. But the real question, and what I really want to dive into here, is that recently on the internet, I have been seeing a lot of push for R-Truth, a.k.a. Ron Killings, to maybe be the one to defeat John Cena. And now we've talked about how we believe that Cody Rhodes was probably eventually going to be the one to get back and take that title off John Cena. But where do you stand? If you were given the pencils, let's put you in the booking chair. You have your options of R-Truth and Cody Rhodes. Who would be the person to dethrone John Cena?
Cody Rhodes. The issue with it is, again, Ron Killings is over 50 years old.
Yes.
I get it. Yes, he is over right now, but we've seen many guys like this that are super, super hot at one point, and we want to push them to the moon. Like, let's relax. It's still Ron Killings. Like, he's not going to have 5-star matches with everybody.
No.
He's not a workhorse. He's not going to work every single night like a Cody. Cody is championship material. Also, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Triple H was already hating people and just hating the universe in general because we forced his hand in bringing Ron back.
Yeah.
He's not going to change his world title plans with a guy like John Cena on his reunion tour. It's not going to happen.
I mean, you're probably right, but you know me. I love striking when the iron's hot. R-Truth is a guy that has paid his dues. Nobody can deny that. Everybody respects and loves Ron Killings. Sometimes you just got to catch lightning in a bottle. It's similar to when the Daniel Bryan fever dream happened, Kofi Mania, that happened by accident. Kofi wasn't supposed to main event WrestleMania. I saw the rumor that it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali, not main event, but get that title opportunity. That was the rumor, at least. Mm-hmm. R-Truth has never been more over than he is right now in professional wrestling. You really want to, I know you can make the argument, you want to make the next John Cena. I get that. But tell me who would dislike a move with R-Truth just holding that title for a couple weeks. What harm would it do for R-Truth to win that title?
I think it comes more down to logistics of just how much they've long-term story they've been telling to John Cena. Yes, I would love it. Absolutely, that'd be sick. I'm just trying to think from a booking perspective of like Triple H's mind or whoever's behind the scenes. It's tough to change those plans for a guy like Ron Killings because again, it goes from you could defend the title all the time with Cody every single week to okay, you got to play part-time a little bit. Hopefully the hype keeps up until he wins the title. It's a lot more to think about. I mean, again, I hope to be proven wrong. I would love to see him win the title, but it's a tough ask.
Well, my thing is, too, it's not going to be a long reign. Like, if R-Truth were to defeat John Cena, it should be a week, 2 weeks, and then cut it loose and get it back on Cody. If anything, let John Cena win title number 18. He's already broken the record. So have Ron Killings, which this is a non-title match tomorrow, Ian. Hear me out. Non-title tomorrow. R-Truth wins. He beats John Cena, earns a title opportunity against John Cena. Do you insert him into the Night of Champions match against CM Punk, or do you think he would maybe be after CM Punk?
I will say this. Whoever beats Ron Killings, if he has the title, they have to be heels. You're going to get booed out of the building.
It would be Cena. I think Cena would get a rematch and just take that title right back, and then you go to Cody. You give R-Truth this moment, but you still get back to Cody is what I'm saying.
That's fair. But again, I'll bring this up with the whole, retirement tour. Like you're limited on your steps. You're limited on the days you have left with Cena in the ring. So it's kind of.
This is true. 17 days.
Yeah. Do you waste a couple days of him actually being in the ring with Ron Killings? I mean, not a waste.
Is it a waste? I was gonna say, is it a waste though?
Yeah. It's just that's the stuff you got to kind of have to think about because they booked themselves into this corner where they kind of have to stay the course of this story, or else something's going to get screwed up, or somebody's going to get left off the table that was supposed to be facing Cena. Which obviously WWE's done that for such a long time. We've heard the horror stories of, oh, this is not going to happen anymore with your program. But again, I would love to see it. I just don't know if Triple H is willing to pull that trigger.
So here's the thing, Ian. This is how we're going to recap this right here. Ian's thinking with the WWE brain, and I'm thinking of the fan's heart. That's what we probably want to see. And I saw the thing, like a little chatter online that they said R-Truth isn't world champion caliber. I beg to differ. Somebody that's been around for that long obviously has done something right. And let's not forget, he's a former NWA world champion as well.
I was going to say, R-Truth might not be a world title winner, but Ron Killings is. He's made that statement very well known that it's no longer Truth. It is Ron Killings. And Ron Killings, his resume is insane. Like, he was a juggernaut back then.
He was. Yeah, see, Great Brown Hope even said it. Former NWA world champion. He knows it.
He was a killer back then. Even when he first came to WWE, was it Cade something?
K-Quick. K-Quick was his name.
K-Quick.
Shout out to Tony, who tweeted at us that name actually the other day. I hadn't seen it in a while. Great Brown Hope said, Truth beats Cena for the belt. Seth cashes in. Cena owes Seth a world title win. Oh, okay. That could be something because, like you said, if Truth does somehow eventually get a title opportunity and win it, it has to be a heel to take it. And what better heel than Seth Rollins, who has the ultimate heel move right there.
Don't hate that. That's a way out of it.
Looks like Robbie agrees with you. On Ian's point, Ron to win dirty, and John does a rant onto Nick Aldis again to get a rematch a week or two later. John wins the belt back. Yeah.
But again, we were talking about that, though. It's like, again, you're limited on your days with John Cena in the ring. Are you willing to spend those days on Ron Killings? That's the whole balance you got to figure out.
And I think that's probably the exact conversations that the WWE is probably having.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's so tough when somebody is getting those reactions. But on the other side of the coin, I have to admit, and I think you would probably admit it too, Ian, because you have really wanted a Cody Rhodes heel turn. Mm-hmm. I think we're far away. I think we're far away from the heel turn. Dude, you hear the reactions that Cody Rhodes is still getting? You can't turn him. You can't.
Here's the thing that kind of... It excites me, but it worries me for his face run. It excites me for the heel run. Like, there hasn't been anything new recently with Cody. I mean, character development-wise, it's still kind of the same. And
same Cody.
I think the days are numbered, just like Cena's title reign. It's like the days are numbered on his face run. If he keeps having the reactions, then sure. I'm not super stoked to see Cody at the moment in the ring. It's cool, I guess, but it's not really progressing any story. It's just kind of a lot of, I got your back, you got my back kind of thing.
He's just the babyface. He's the guy. And he's there to defend every other babyface. So I'm curious, if they do that title match, man, this would be something. Great Brown Hope said if they can have all three members of the Shield hold the title in one night, so can Cena, Truth, and Seth. Man, that'd be something, wouldn't it? But once again, we're kind of just fantasy booking over here. The Friends of the Squared Circle said love Cody, but he's not feeling it.
That's the same where I'm at. And again, he's doing awesome. Like, it's just I'm personally not a fan, and I'm shocked that he's still catching a lot of attention. But again, it's kind of like a Jey Uso thing. He's exciting.
I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it's just entering Jey Uso territory because I think most people don't hate, Jey Uso. I think it's just the cool thing to dislike him right now.
Yeah, it's fickle fans.
They don't understand.
Reasoning to hate him. They're just like,
Well, yeah, let's complain that, here, let me be the IWC. Oh, the same people are getting title opportunities. A new guy gets an opportunity that's been with the company for 20 years. Boo! Fuck your yeet!
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Yeah.
So fickle. Robbie said, so what do you do with Cena and Seth if Seth has the belt?
You got to get Cena. You got to keep Cena around the belt all year.
What if Cena's just in that group then? Since he sold his soul, he just stays with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker's group.
Seth cashes in on the other title.
Oh, and they have two titles in a heel faction.
Goldberg wins the title, and then Seth cashes in on him. Duh. We want to have Goldberg as champion. Come on.
No! We will talk about Goldberg later. It's not time yet. Don't rush to that part. Casual fans are eclipsing the hardcore fans' desires. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
The casual vocal minority is outweighing us.
Oh, casual majority. And it's because of this stuff right here. A little cha-ching.
TKO?
All it is, yeah. TKO wants the champions to be names that everybody knows. Ron Killings? I guess people know him.
Yeah, and he's right. The Friends of the Squared Circle said they all hate Flair with all of the titles that she's won, and they're going to soon turn on Rhea. They already are turning on Rhea, which is crazy because Rhea's awesome. Just because she wins doesn't mean you have to boo her. She's just that good.
Well, I know we're not going to talk about AEW that much, but like people are giving Monet shit for winning that title last night. Who cares?
That title in AEW means nothing. It means something to their promotion in CMLL, but to AEW, it's nothing.
No, it doesn't. It's
just another
belt collector. It's Kenny Omega back then. That's what it is.
It fits her gimmick. And I agree with Bill. Who would turn on Mommy? Would you turn on Mommy?
She could turn on me.
I don't know. Oh, my mind went elsewhere. Grand Slam was an awesome show, by the way. So
I loved it.
That was just regular Dynamite, right? They called that Grand Slam?
Yep.
Long.
Because it was Dynamite Collision. These
long shows are a lot for me, Ian. Like, it's been 3 straight weeks now where they've ran long.
Yes, I do agree. This was I think this was the best of their long shows. I fucking loved it.
Really? What was your favorite part? I'll give you the time to talk about it.
MJF versus Mystico was a amazing match, and it should be in the match of the year candidate, even though the ending was not great. Also, I saw the Collision taping and the big spoiler that happened on Collision. It's not actually, I shouldn't say it's a huge spoiler because it's not permanent, but it was a return.
Okay, then everybody watching right now, if you don't want AEW Collision spoilers, just tune out for 30 seconds. Ian, let us know what happened.
Well, one of the GOATs came back into the AEW ring and actually took a bump. Bryan Danielson came back. He was in attendance watching the matches, watching the entire show with Cassius Ohno. I don't know why I said Chris Hero.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but they were in the crowd for Dynamite, and then Collision, something happened. I just watched the crowd clip, but yeah.
That's cool.
Danielson came out.
All right. Yeah, I don't care for Collision spoilers, so that's why I was letting you let it loose here on the podcast. So hopefully if people did skip it, you didn't catch anything, because that's a pretty big spoiler. Robbie says, how many belts does Mercedes have now? Swear some are just falling off of her.
6.
Does she have 6?
6 belts. Actually, no, she might have 5. I think she lost.
She lost one. Yeah. But she gained one.
Yes.
The 4-way match was his favorite. Which 4-way match? I felt like there was a couple. Ricochet.
Yeah.
That match.
Leo Rush. Leo Rush is starting to grow on me. He's putting in the work right now, and it's really fucking cool to see. He's getting some recognition from the crowd, which is sick.
Oh, Robbie did spoil it for everybody in the chat. Robbie wasn't thinking. It's 1 a.m. Robbie's probably sleepy. Don't look at Robbie's comments, everyone. Because it is a big spoiler, Bill. Sorry, buddy, but that's Robbie's fault. At least he's apologizing for it.
Yeah, we won't say anything else.
Yeah, we won't comment anymore on AEW, trust me, because we have to break down these semifinal matches that we have for Queen and King of the Ring, because that's coming up next Saturday. And we also have to talk about a matchup that was made official at Saturday night's main event. So let's just jump into the Queen of the Ring semifinals. We now know that it will be Alexa Bliss who won that fatal 4-way, and with Charlotte Flair involved, which a lot of people thought Charlotte was going to be the one to win, taking on the newly returned Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, who looked fantastic on Monday. I don't know if you got the chance to see her on Raw, but it's great to have her back. But looking at this at the surface level, who do you think is going to win?
This one is kind of 50-50 in my eyes. I'm kind of taking more of the advantage to Bliss, mainly because she has some wild cards in her story that's kind of playing in it. Asuka's kind of at it alone, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
I think the Wyatt Six kind of has to play a part here soon, and I wouldn't be shocked if it happens during this Queen of the Ring, because where the hell are they at now? They're putting a lot of hype into Asuka's return, though, which is also kind of countering it. She looked amazing in her 4-way in the beginning open round, so this is tough.
Don't forget about the Charlotte Flair stuff with Alexa Bliss. They've been teasing that feud. Something tells me that Charlotte's going to get involved. And, like, with Asuka just being back, she's not getting any younger. I believe she's in her mid-40s. To me, I think Asuka's going to win, Ian.
Yeah. I think it's a good point. Maybe they're actually treating her like how they should be treating Shinsuke.
Yeah, well, Shinsuke might be a lost cause by now. And Brett's right. The women's division in WWE is seriously unreal. Like, on all brands, they are so deep. It's great.
Yeah.
Except, and I'm a Zelina Vega fan, or at least I was, because this title reign is doing no favors for the Women's United States Championship. And I think it might be Zelina's fault.
It's not. The thing is, she's had the same character for how long? And it doesn't
Have her
connect with the
manage
fans.
Andrade.
Yeah, I mean, well, just change the character. They need something different because it's not working. Obviously,
It's not.
It hasn't worked for the past 4 or 5 years. I'm sorry. She's good in the ring. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell of respect to her, but she's just the character's bland.
Yeah, and to me, the character with Alexa Bliss, it's kind of going off of what Robbie was saying here. I hate when you guys comment when I'm pulling up another comment. Asuka was great. A big fan of Alexa Bliss before. Not a fan of this Bliss character. That's what I was going to point out. And I've gone on the record saying that I've never really been a fan of Bliss, but something's off there. And you might be right then, speaking the Wyatts into existence, because it just hasn't connected since that Rumble pop. You were there.
Yeah.
That Rumble pop was insane.
Yeah, I don't hate Alexa Bliss. I used to really like her. Her feud with Nia Jax was one of the first feuds I watched on
2018,
wrestling.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. I don't hate Alexa Bliss. The character's not. It's okay, I guess. It's missing something. I think the Wyatt Six is there. Like the writing's on the wall, and they haven't even put any feelers out there really.
And I think this Queen of the Ring match is truly a 50-50 toss-up. And it's going to be a good one because you got two veterans of the WWE Women's Division. Let's run to the comments, though, before we move on here. Eric said, I thought if Liv would have been good, SmackDown would have won. So the way she could have challenged Io at Survivor Series, but with her injury, I feel like anyone could win. Yeah, they did look like they were positioning Liv Morgan for something big.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate. But we're going to talk about that a little later. Eric, once again, rushing the timeline for us, but I love it. He's antsy. He loves Liv. And Brett said there's a reason they were hesitant to push Vega. Listen, Zelina's good.
Yeah,
it's just this isn't good. Simple as that.
Not good. She wears cool ass costumes to the ring, and that's the character. There you go.
You see, Bill, they did bring it back for a little bit, and then they took it away again. Didn't they bring back Sheamus's old theme for a little bit, Lobster Head?
But also, that's a Jim Johnson song. And
is it
Oscar's
really?
was CFO, yeah. Sheamus' song is old. That's an old one.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, why does she have that effing doll is a great question by Eric. To sell it.
Yeah, that.
WWE shop affiliates over here, guys.
There's another connection to Bray Wyatt. I don't want to make you guys seem like dicks, but like it's still connected to Bray Wyatt.
I guess you're right. Doesn't help Zelina with the fact that she walks out to the SmackDown. Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
The theme song just goes boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, what are we doing? And then it just hits some techno music. God, I hate Def Rebel. Well, let's move on. The other Queen of the Ring semifinal matchup. You talk about a clash of styles. You're going to get it here in this one. Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. And with Roxanne's involvement with the Judgment Day, Ian, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for her to win here because Liv is hurt now and they need a lead woman in that faction. Yep. But something tells me that Queen of the Ring was just made for Jade Cargill. And me and you have talked about it. I think we could get that women's triple threat at Evolution between Jade, Naomi, and Bianca. And if Naomi cashes in anytime soon, you could have Jade Cargill going up against Naomi for the world title. So for me, I think this one's easy, even though Roxanne you could make a case for. I think it's got to be Jade, right?
I'm going Jade. This is my 100%. It's going to be Jade, and I think she wins the entire thing because...
Me too.
You want to have her be shown in Saudi because that is a huge market, and Jade is money written all over it because... I was about to go on a spiel about Saudi Arabia in the women's division going over there, but... they're going to fucking respect her.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Unfortunately, she can't show off her pythons.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's got muscles in places I didn't know you could have muscles. But Jade is now pretty solidified as a WWE superstar. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're in year 2 with Jade Cargill in the WWE. And she really hasn't had that defining moment. She's had moments, but I think this is where we stamp Jade Cargill as a future world champion.
Yeah, it's been kind of tough with Jade, though, because there's been injuries and just she got hit with a big injury when she first started. So it's kind of tough. And in my eyes, I don't watch SmackDown, so especially then, she's kind of faded away a little bit, which is kind of crazy to say because Jade Cargill is so imposing.
She kind of has been a background player, and I've been watching SmackDown. I would agree.
Yeah, but also I think they're just building more into Naomi to make that feud that's coming up even bigger.
Yep.
And it's going to be around that title.
And it has to be, and I think it's going to be awesome. So let's hope it goes in that direction. But Robbie said, see, I love WWE for these type of matches because if this was anywhere else, Jade would destroy Roxanne. I think this will be close, but Jade will take it. And I don't think I could have said it better myself.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
a good point. Also, Roxanne, they have been building like a fucking rocket, which I love. She deserves it. She will go down one day as one of the GOATs. I'm going to call that now.
I don't think that's a hot take, Ian. And I say this all the time, too. I might even have spoken to you in the past about it, but I love when WWE eases people up into the main roster with a story. You need something to dive into right away. So now people that didn't watch NXT, they know Roxanne Perez is the girl that hangs around the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But she could also fucking wrestle. So now you have people caring about her in the Judgment Day. That's her introduction to the main roster.
And her character work has been awesome just with the Judgment Day. I love what she's doing because it's like, I don't know if she's trying to fuck with the Judgment Day. Again, that whole Finn connection too. When's the uprising going to happen? I love everything that they're doing with Judgment Day.
It's good. And we were speaking on it being broken up. We thought it was time to break it up, but they kind of reinvented themselves.
Yeah.
And now they have to reinvent themselves again, which we'll talk about in a little bit about with Liv Morgan's injury. And obviously they don't have Carlito anymore either. So one more comment from Bill here. He said KO versus Sammy, for example, was the perfect story to get the main roster fans hooked with them too. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Just carry over with what worked in NXT to the main roster. Everybody knows about their history too in the independent scene.
Did anything come out about whose idea it was to bring up KO and Sammy together, like in a feud?
I don't know if we ever heard it. Yeah,
I want to say it was like a Shawn Michaels call, or it was either Triple H or Shawn Michaels, because I'm sure Vince did not give a fuck.
No, he's probably who's this Kevin Owens guy?
He's big. I don't like him.
He's too fat, pal. He's not gonna put butts in seats. Well, he had a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin a couple of years later. So, fuck you, Vince McMahon. So that's the queen of the ring. I'm going with Jade and Asuka, and you're going with Jade and Bliss. Then, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And then we're both going with Jade to win Queen of the Ring.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's a spoiler for next week's podcast, but we do have to talk about it next week. There might be other things, because let's not forget, Tucky is most definitely coming. That's it.
I love the silence.
The audio listeners are probably so confused every time we do that. Hey, Ian, don't forget we have sound effects too, by the way. You don't have to play them right away. That's kind of your job too, but definitely a Triple H call is what Bill is saying. Yeah, it sounds like it. What? That wasn't... What? All right. You can't spam the sound machine. Yeah,
I forgot to turn off loop. That's on me.
Everybody's saying it was Finn Devil Magic. I mean, Finn has been scheming on the low backstage.
I love it. Dude, Finn and JD's presentation now, when they come out together, the theme song, the look, all of it. It is a new look to the Judgment Day, which they needed. We talked about for so long. The Judgment Day was just, and this is a complete makeover. I love it. Different feel.
Veer's music played in my head for that.
What music was that? You remember?
I don't know. It was probably some generic Indian type of music that they played. The Tucky is coming like Veer's. Yep, there. You're understanding what we're doing over here. We're stealing that vignette from the WWE. We've never stolen anything else from them, though, right?
No.
The logo.
Not the number.
That logo, the main event one.
No, they stole that one from us.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We
brought back Saturday Night's main event.
OTM, they stole the name. And
fake OTM in NXT, yeah.
Our best-selling merch, different story.
I'll tell you. Guys, the merch is only going to be available for one more week until we have to set up a whole other website. And once again, this isn't our full-time jobs. We do this part-time. We do it for fun. So if you want to support the show, that's the best way to do so. Keep these lights on because we got a lot of fun things coming your way. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You know what to do. A couple comments here. Oh, what did he say?
Go to hell.
Go to hell. Okay, fair enough. Fake OTM. See, Tino's pissed. Everybody knows that they're fakes. They're frauds.
Awful. Trash.
We're the real ones. So if you're taking Veer's coming vignette, he's going to come 2 years after advertise, destroy some rookies, and go away. Yeah, so we'll get you on the podcast, rookie, and then you could get destroyed, Robbie. There we go.
Yeah. We'll bring in a new member.
You're the enhancement talent. Yeah, Robbie Collins is the new host of OTM this week, and then Tuck will take you out. Great story. How about the name of the podcast? How did that? It might have been Tuck.
Yeah, 100%.
It had to be a Tuck thing.
I was around when you guys were brainstorming, because that was when we were playing wiffle ball.
You know what's funny? T-Walk, I think, might have been a part of the name, too. T-Walk named the Main Event Wrestling Network. I know that. T-Walk's my name guy. I go to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Main Event Wrestling Network ended up working out. It's simple.
I like it.
Emelina greater than Veer. No. Emelina was a 1 week thing. At least Veer came more than once. Pause. See? Robbie's in. We already set up the storyline and everything. King of the Ring. Let's go to the other side of things here. We got a fun one. Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh, this is so tough. I want to see. I will start off without my prediction really quick.
Yeah.
What we need to see if Sammy is to go crazy and win this entire thing, which I think is kind of like, I think that's what's going to happen.
It's
Sammy's
in Saudi.
going to advance. Yeah, it's in Saudi, which they love it. I think Sammy's going to have to start doing some heelish tactics. They're kind of hinting at it because beating a guy like Randy Orton is very tough. And having Karrion Kross in his ear at the moment, and Sammy's not fighting back, means he's going to take some of his tactics, which I like because that means Karrion's doing something. Yay! He's doing something for the WWE product. So I'm going to go Sammy to win here, and it's going to be some heelish tactics.
Okay, Randy wins, says Bill Moss. They want to do a mentor versus student with Cody versus Randy, which I could totally see. But you flip that coin around, Ian. I could also see Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn in the finals. There's story there.
Yep.
They have a lot of options here.
Oh, Sammy versus Jey Uso while he's doing this stuff.
Oh my God. How oozy would that be?
Oh, you kick
in Saudi? Yeah. Oh, wow. So we got some interesting takes going on in the comments. The comments love this King of the Ring conversation. Robbie's in agreement. He's going with Sammy to win it all, but he's also going to get some sleep. So good night. So Robbie, thanks for hanging out. If you would have stuck it out, you might have been the front runner for MVM. I just want to throw that out there right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Robbie, I got one more comment for you.
Stupid idiot.
Get fucked! Just kidding. We love you. Seriously, we
love
do.
You, Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie. It's a Sammy push with him joining Rollins.
I don't know if I want to see that because
then
it just kind of turns into a bloodline situation where he's kind of like the lapdog, which, yes, it worked the first time, but you're expecting Sammy to turn on Rollins again. I don't hate it, but it's like, dude, you've already seen it.
The comment section's shooting right now, though. Bill says, who knows? Maybe we could see a stable with Cross, KO, and Sammy. That makes
like
sense.
Cross and Sammy.
Yeah,
I do like
that. That makes a lot of sense. And, dude, I am so conflicted with this match because on paper, you would say Randy Orton. Randy Orton's what? 14-time world champion, done it all in this business. But there's so much behind Sami Zayn right now, story-wise. And you know WWE, if they're investing story time in backstage segments, that they are going to strap a rocket onto someone. Something's pulling me towards Sami Zayn too, Ian. I'm going to go with Sammy to win here. Once again, could be me picking with my heart, but I think that's where the money's at. You have Sami Zayn compete for King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Why not? And then you have two great matchups, either Cody or Jay. Come on.
I think this King of the Ring, as much as people hated Jey Uso being inserted back into this tournament, it's like, it's working. The storylines are progressing, and it's developing some characters, so it's good. I love it. I'm loving this tournament so far.
Bill wants you to give your dog a belly rub, so why don't you go over there and give Wyatt. That's Wyatt, by the way, guys. Wyatt is, I believe, 10 years old. He's a good boy. Oh, he got spooked. He's like, what are you doing over here? Everybody loves Wyatt. Love it. Brett said, reason I see that is because of the way that the other lackeys have been losing for Rollins. He's not wrong. They haven't really made the lackeys look great for Rollins.
Ooh, I think they still like fucking beasts. Like
sometimes
they're not lackeys. Braun Breaker is still Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed is still Bronson Reed. You cannot take away their physicalness. I still think they're monsters. They could lose all they want.
Yeah, that's true. That's their goal, is just to be heat magnets at that point and do cool spots. But if Brett's right too, because we haven't even talked about Punk Cena. That's apparently still happening in Saudi, which a lot of people got butthurt because CM Punk went back on his words from 10 years ago. Ian, was there something 10 years ago that you said that you probably regretted saying?
No.
I can tell you for sure that this guy definitely has regretted many things that I've said 10 years ago. We change as people, guys. Money talks at the end of the day. I know people hate that saying, oh, you're putting money ahead of your values, but Ian, what would you do if you're CM Punk? If they're like, hey, here's $5 million, go work John Cena overseas.
Yeah, I'm going to say, okay, how do you want me to die? Yeah, how do you want me to lose? Do you want me to walk? Sure.
We're all hypocrites. I guarantee you, Bill Moss, you've said something that you've gone back on. Guarantee it.
I will come clean. I am not a CM Punk fan by heart. I know you are. I know Brett Haskell is. I'm not a diehard CM Punk fan. And it's like, who cares? Like, the dude is... They're telling a story. Let him fucking do it. Who cares?
I am pissed, though. Like, trust me. I'm not happy we're getting John Cena versus CM Punk in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. This should be so much bigger.
I think the reason they're doing that is because John Cena is trying to ruin wrestling. And the only way that CM Punk was going to get that title opportunity was dragging his ass to Saudi Arabia. And I think that's the story that they're telling. But I also would have loved, and I know we've spoken on it before, Ian, they would have just went to Punk and Cena right away in the summer. Have that Money in the Bank rematch. Wyatt agrees. Wyatt's pumped. He loved Money in the Bank 2011. Who didn't? Oh, that's some ASMR right there.
What do you have to say?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Okay, he's rubbing his face on me.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I agree with Brett. He said anyone would put money above all. Anyone else says different is a liar. Yeah, I've regretted freshman homecoming. God, I don't even remember freshman homecoming.
I went to my sophomore homecoming, and that was it. And then...
You only went to one dance?
Dude, they're so dumb. I don't care. I was getting straight A's, brother, house valedictorian.
Fucking nerd. Oh, I wish we had Gallows and Anderson's nerd drop on our soundboard. Which also, by the way, go check out the Wrestling Junkies interview with Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah,
a great
awesome
conversation at Junkies Pod on all the socials. They're doing great things over there, guys, and they're part of the Main Event Wrestling Network. Ian, are you looking something up over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the nerd.
The nerd? Oh, the nerd audio.
Yeah.
Okay,
nerd!
Fair enough. You got to have the nerd audio. Okay, so let's rush through this one quick, because I think this one's easy. Unless you want to be different. I think Cody's going to defeat Jey Uso.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
I think it's closer than that. I think they're still putting a lot of hype into Jey Uso, and the amount of backlash they would get if they put Jey Uso into the spot and didn't have him win, there's going to be some backlash. It's not going to be overwhelming backlash, but there's going to be some backlash. I think it's 50-50. I will go with Cody as well, but I don't think it's not a clear 100%.
The only way Cody loses this match is if John Cena or somebody costs Cody Rhodes the match. What if Cena's just trying to keep Cody away from him? You know?
Makes sense. If you want to keep Cody hot and around the story while also keeping the title on Cena, it makes sense. Ruins wrestling.
I'm assuming the chat is all going to say Cody as well. Chat, if you're with me, leave a comment, let me know. But I just can't logically sit here with confidence and say Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn is going to happen. But when you say that,
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Like, you literally don't have a bad matchup coming out of King of the Ring.
No.
Because what's Randy versus Cody or Randy versus Jey is... That doesn't really heat the pan for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that one's
got two
okay.
monster baby faces.
Yeah, that one we don't want. So everyone but Randy and Jey.
Yeah, correct.
That's what we'll take. Jay's time in the main event scene is cooked. He might be right.
I don't know.
Maybe not cooked, but it's on the hot seat.
It's on the side for now. It's a side dish.
Yeah,
Heat it back up at any point.
And what Brett's saying, there are rumors that they're just going to put Jey and Jimmy back together again. So if that's the case, don't get cute. Just give it to Cody Rhodes. So I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn, and I'm not going to say who I have winning. And Ian, you are also going with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn then?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to get cute here. Even though it could happen. We could be wrong. But something happened on Monday Night Raw that I was scared was going to happen. Ian, there was rumors for a couple months that Gunther was going to be having a program with, in my opinion, the most overrated professional wrestler of all time. He goes by the name of Goldberg, and it is official. Goldberg's retirement match will be happening for the world title at Saturday night's main event, happening in Atlanta, Georgia, which is obviously the hometown of Goldberg, which makes sense. But Ian, first off, thumbs up, thumbs down. How are we feeling about this? Excitement levels?
Excitement levels? Right in the middle. I don't care. I don't hate it. I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to preface this. I'm going to say a blanket statement. I don't care about this match. I don't care that it's happening. I'm not mad that it's happening. I'm not upset. I'm not happy. I'm not excited. It's happening. My guess from an outside perspective is Gunther was like, it'd be really fucking cool if I face Goldberg one day. Because, yeah, that's pretty damn cool. You can put that under your bucket list that you beat him at Saturday night's main event, because that's going to happen. Goldberg is not going to win. They're not going to do that to Gunther. Goldberg's very old. And if they do, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be extremely pissed, and I will rant next week.
Dude, I'm not joking. If Goldberg were to defeat Gunther, that would be the closest I'd ever be to stop watching WWE.
Yeah.
And listen, I am not mad the match is happening. I kind of expected it to happen, and I think this is the perfect venue to do it in. It's Saturday night's main event. It's a special show on TV. All the old people are going to love to turn on NBC and watch Goldberg hit a jackhammer, hit a spear, and then lose his match to Gunther. And like you're motioning, money talks, and Goldberg is going to put butts in seats, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're
not my butt.
The viewership is going to be extremely high. They're battling All In, which is fucking crazy that this is their headline, that they're facing off All In. I get it. They're whatever. I'm not going to get into it. Counter-programming, stupid.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. But Bill said he's got a bet with his friend that if Gunther wins in less than 30 seconds, he has to call him Walter for the rest of the time. I'll tell you what, it's not going to be 30 seconds. Yeah. Goldberg's going to play the hits.
It'll be a minute. It'll probably be like a 3-minute match.
Okay, so this is actually kind of fair. He goes, they are making the world heavyweight title watered down. If Goldberg wins, I'm back out. Let's look at all the world heavyweight championship reigns with the new title. Seth Rollins, that was the only good one. Gunther's was not good. Damian Priest was not good.
Gunther's first one was good. I like Gunther's first one.
I didn't like the way his character was presented. Damian Priest wasn't good. Drew's obviously wasn't good because it was short. And Jay's wasn't good. I know that's exactly what Jay's needed to be, but it still wasn't a good reign in my opinion.
Well, Sammy won it. How about Sammy?
Sammy didn't win the world title.
Beat Gunther? That was Intercontinental. I was thinking Intercontinental. Yep. That's why I thought. Never mind. Yeah, Gunther's Intercontinental run was good.
It's serious question, though, with the Goldberg shit. And everybody knows how much I hate him. Other than Ryan Vogus, who is asking for this? Seriously. In the comments right now, let me know. Who wants to see this? Because I don't. Why?
Did you pick me?
Yeah. Why?
It's because they want to draw in new people still. They're always going to be doing that, especially with TKO.
You're going to bring in old people.
Yeah, it's the names that... I mean, it's like we said, we've been talking about it. It's drawing money. It's drawing new viewership. Now, again, we're gonna keep going back to that whole Netflix thing because this is the time of WWE now. It's not fun for us hardcore fans of WWE, but this is what they have to do if they want to keep becoming a global empire and destroying companies and buying other companies. Is they have to get the money somehow, and that's bringing in old wrestlers. They can't build up everybody into a Goldberg. It's tough. I hate it.
We were past that, though, Ian. There was a 5-year span where WWE didn't rely on part-timers.
It's because TKO. That's it. If you're going to hate anybody, you got to hate TKO.
I mean, yes. Does Goldberg deserve a proper send-off from professional wrestling? Yes.
He already had it.
But, exactly. He already had it. So why are we doing it again? What good is Goldberg losing to Gunther going to do for anyone?
Again, he's already going to be in the ring. They've advertised this match.
I guess it's just
that's all they have to
do.
The
graphic. The graphic is what's going to elevate Gunther.
That's it. Yeah.
Goldberg is right back with a Vince push in the 90s. I 100% agree with you, Brett. That is exactly what I would compare Goldberg to. Bring back Austin Aries for the TNA. We don't need to bring back Austin
that
Aries.
Guy.
Isn't he a controversial character now?
Yeah, he was. He was a piece of shit.
Oh, was he?
Oh, yeah. Remember his time in NXT? No, I didn't think so.
Yeah, Eric said, I didn't see Goldberg because I didn't really watch WCW and left in 2002 and came back in 2021. First off, I didn't know Eric is a recent comeback to wrestling guy. 2021 is very recent.
Very.
But we're not Goldberg guys either. We obviously missed that boat. Ian was born in 2000, wasn't he?
I'll be open. I liked Goldberg as a casual fan, but once I started getting more into wrestling and understanding it a little bit more, I still don't understand it. I don't wrestle, but it's like... I don't really care. I loved Goldberg when I was first getting into wrestling. Yes, because that name is really cool, and he seems like a good dude outside of wrestling. But I don't need him anymore. You don't need him anymore.
Yeah, I just don't need this match. And I saw the report that the reason they took the title off of Jay was because they felt that this match between Gunther and Goldberg needed a belt. Dude, you could have done Gunther and Goldberg without the title. It's a retirement match. A retirement match is a retirement match. You're just throwing a title on it just to make it look better. You know?
Yeah.
Could have just done it without the title, but what are you going to do, huh? I'm not going to sit here and harp on it and bitch about it more because we're still going to watch it. We're still going to talk about it.
Yeah, again, that's another thing, too. It's like, we're not going to not watch Saturday Night Main Event. It's not going to draw us away. Maybe we'll watch it the next day because
it's
All
happening,
In is that day.
Well, it is happening after All In, so we probably will watch unless nobody has, or unless you have plans on a Saturday night, which is fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, it's that weekend, oh my Lord, that is going to be a lot. So it's, I feel like I'm missing one. Is there an NXT show? Isn't there a Great American Bash?
Yeah. Yep.
Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event. I'm missing another WWE show. Isn't there another one? Evolution's that Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday.
And then All In's on Saturday.
Yep.
Holy hell. Nope, we can't put that up there. Not putting that Nope, can't do that. That's bull if true. They didn't need the title for Brock versus Bill. I agree. Listen, that's why I don't like it. I don't think they needed to have the title involved on it. You could have kept the title on Jay and could have done it non-title. But once again, we're going to move on. There's two more things we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. A rivalry has been renewed on Monday Night Raw between Bayley and Becky Lynch. Once again, another feud that we speculated here on OTM, and it looks like that's the avenue we're going down. But the one thing I did like, Ian, and I don't know if you caught much of Monday Night Raw, was that Lyra was still around. Lyra said, hey, that's still my title right there. So if they intertwine Lyra into this and we sometime maybe get a triple threat at SummerSlam, that could be good.
I'm going to put out a hot take really quick. Bayley is not over anymore, which is fucking crazy.
She was begging for cheers.
Yeah. That was my biggest takeaway from this entire segment. I liked the promo. I thought the promo back and forth was okay. Sorry, my dog is crying.
No, I heard that.
Yeah.
He's like me. I'm hungry too, Wyatt. I got some waffles over here that I'm going to make. Yes, I'm eating waffles that night.
He's ready to go OUTSIDE.
Well, don't worry, Wyatt. We only got two more topics.
But, yeah, the back and forth was interesting because it gave me the vibes of Charlotte versus Tiffany promo. It was a lot of I need to get my hits in before you keep talking, which I think that worked with Lyra and Becky, but right now it's like it doesn't make anything of Bayley at the moment. The theme song sucks ass. Still.
The worst. Paramore's working on her new theme though. Apparently, Paramore. Yeah, that's gonna be good. But I wanted to pull up Bill's comment because I kind of agree with him too. Even though the match probably will be good, he said he kind of hopes that it's the last horsewomen match that we get because them fighting each other is kind of getting old now. It is like 8 years removed.
Yeah, the nostalgia is over. There's other women that are
mixed it
the
up with other
horsewomen.
people.
There's a new era.
So I'm assuming Bayley and Becky will happen one-on-one. I don't know when it's going to happen, but my guess is that Bayley would lose that one-on-one match, and then maybe they make a triple threat next. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's going to main event a Raw. I don't think it has any place right
it
now
is.
for pay-per-view.
I think you're right.
Oh,
I think you're right. I think it is the main event next week on Raw.
And then it goes to SummerSlam, and I think it gets to that triple threat.
Yeah, I think you are 100% right there. But one last thing to talk about, and I know Eric wanted to discuss this because he's a big fan of hers, and honestly, I've become a fan of Liv Morgan, especially as of late. I think her character has been phenomenal. She's a presence on TV. When she shows up, you know Liv Morgan's on your television screen. But unfortunately, Ian, it seems like we're not going to be seeing Liv on our television screens for a couple of months because she did something to her elbow right at the beginning of the match with Kairi Sane. Very unfortunate and scary moment there. But yeah, it's just overall kind of bumming, or depressing, I should say is a better word, because you know, Liv was getting positioned for something big. She probably was going to have a match with Nikki Bella or a tag match, and now I don't know what the extent of the injury is. I don't think anybody knows, Ian. So just what are your thoughts on seeing Liv go down, which, once again, one half of the tag team champions again? Cursed.
Okay, so let me ask this. Nothing came out about the injury at all? Like, nothing was disclosed? Like, please, comments, tell me if something came out. Like,
yeah, I was
want
not
to know
on
this.
social media today, guys, so I was at a baseball game, so let me know.
Let us know ASAP, because what I'm getting from it, call me a mark, call me delusional. Yes, it was definitely an injury, but I think they're making out this injury to be really fucking bad, but I don't think she's going to be out for 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't think 2 months is crazy. I mean, if she dislocated her shoulder, she has to have torn something out for the rest of the year.
Rest of the year. No, holy shit. If that is true.
She had to have fucked up her shoulder. Because
6 months needs surgery. Good work, chat. Appreciate you guys tonight. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts WWE. It does.
Yeah. That's insane, because the dislocated shoulder isn't too insane unless something else tears. Because dislocated shoulder, pop it back in, get some therapy in, probably a month or so. You're able to wrestle.
Yeah.
But I'm not a wrestler. I don't fucking know.
We don't know.
I'm a mark.
We're just marks that hang out at wrestling shows, which, by the way, Pro Wrestling Ventures has a new show coming to Milwaukee. Number 2, Lakefront Brewery, happening October 5th. I will be there. Come hang out with Mr. OTM. We'll have a good time.
Matt Cardona, he will be there.
Matt Cardona's on the card. Big Trouble, Ben Bishop.
Yes.
We love Big Trouble. We actually got to chat with Ben Bishop at the last show that we were at for Pro Wrestling Ventures.
He's
great
tall.
guy.
He's pretty tall.
When they say he's big.
6'12". 6'12".
He's 7 foot tall. Oh no, that's Big Cass. Sorry.
No, he's 6'12", not 7 foot. All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. He's billed as 6'12". How could I forget? So yeah, obviously, if that is the report, the could miss Evolution 2 will miss Evolution 2 on the graphic there, because and going off of what Eric was saying, if that timetable is accurate, she has to be a favorite for the Women's Royal Rumble, doesn't she?
There's still so much time. As of now, yes. But
Stephanie could be a name.
Saudi.
Stephanie could be a name. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of like women that could win a Royal Rumble next year. That's Jade's a name. Roxanne's a name. Yeah, see, we're already talking about the Royal Rumble.
Roxanne and Liv, last 2.
Bang!
Roxanne will already have control of Judgment Day by the time she gets back.
See, I wouldn't like that, Eric, because 6 months being GM is just pointless.
It would hurt her.
Yeah, if anything, it's going to devalue her, because they're going to look at her as like Ava Raine, who's The Rock's daughter. I'm not saying Ava Raine's bad at her job, but is Ava Raine wrestling? No. Not going to work. Manager, though, could work. I think it was Bill that said it. Like, go out there with the Judgment Day.
Just Dom. Yeah, Dom.
Go out there being a manager. I mean, she did a great job when Dom faced, what was it, right?
Yes.
Not Pentagon Jr., Octagon Jr. Octagon Jr. I'm thinking of Penta.
One of the shapes.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to be a luchador, just name yourself after a shape.
I'm going to be Circle the Third.
These are good names, too. Lyra, Julia, to potentially win the Women's Royal Rumble. Yeah, we'll see. But, hey, guys, it's time to wrap things up. It was great to come back to OTM. I usually don't take weeks off, so it's always nice to come back and chat with everybody that's hanging out live in the chat. So if you want to keep up with us, Bill Moss, I'm looking at you, and I know you follow us, you bastard. We will update you if anything's changing at Pod on the Mark on all the socials. And, of course, if you want to keep up with all the main event moves happening over at the Main Event Wrestling Network, give us a follow at mainevent_net. And, Ian, what is a good way to support the podcast? Go ahead and tell them.
It is on the markwrestlingpodcast.com, and you could buy your merch. You get your Main Event Wrestling Network merch. You get your OTM merch. And again, we are limited. Well, it's not a limited quantity. You could buy however much you want.
You could buy us out. Yeah.
But yes, we are. That link will be gone here within the next week to give it 2 weeks at least. So
yeah. When we say a week, add an extra week just in case. Yeah. Good job.
But yeah, we'll be on a different site and a little bit more reliable site.
You got that right. Great people over there at Brainbuster Tees. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, we're on the road to 500. Hit that subscribe button so Ian can go live for 24 hours. But as you guys can see that are watching live in the background, we got the MVM title. And last week, Nick showed up and he showed out and he didn't show back up. That's fine, though. That's okay. We like having new people come in, but sometimes It's just the OGs in the chat. And they know what the hell they're doing down there because we have an new MVM of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast, Hot Sauce, Bill Moss.
I'm gonna work on that because I was going for like a hot sauce dab.
Yeah, you're doing the.
I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like this?
No. Well, I wouldn't be doing it that way. I'd be doing it.
I mean, sometimes you gotta shake it over the head.
You know what I do? You know what I do with the little do up?
Like you're smacking a baby's butt or
but
their
sometimes,
back.
sometimes it goes and it shoots really far. But hot sauce Bill Moss, yeah.
I need to guarantee that Ian goes shirtless during the 24-hour stream.
Won't be
If he
doing
keeps
that.
losing weight.
Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna say
the body doesn't show it, but the scale does.
Don't sell yourself short, brother. It's been a long day. It's been a long week for me. The birthday festivities have not ended, and they're not going to end tomorrow either. Ian, I'm going to culinary for dinner, and then we're going to play some duck pin bowling at Public after, which you love.
I do. But you know what else I love? Couts Mustangs baseball.
Baseball. Yeah.
Fucking go Mustangs. They will be playing in the state finals, 1A baseball.
Good luck, Owen.
Yeah. So, actually, I don't know if you knew this or saw this, but...
Is he starting?
No, God, no. He's not going to play.
Oh.
But you have your 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Yeah. Your school made it. Crown Point did make it.
Valpo made it.
Valpo made it. Andrean made it.
Yep.
All 4 schools are from the Northwest Indiana region. So,
there's
takeover.
your Indiana high school sports update. As you can see, the colors match Couts. That's not a coincidence. I believe Tuck intended our colors to be this. Yeah. So good luck to the Couts Mustangs and everybody else playing in the region at state. Hope you guys bring home some gold. But like we said earlier, guys, don't forget, Tucky is coming. I can't get the graphic.
Stupid idiot.
Finally, you used the sound drop for something smart.
Love you, Tucky. I didn't mean that.
No, we weren't calling Tucky a stupid idiot. It was me a stupid idiot because I couldn't get the graphic pulled up in time. I set it up, and I didn't deliver the sound effect. But Ian, before we sign out for this milestone episode of episode 250, give us a final thought before we sign out.
Oh, my God. You've never asked me
Just
this
a
before.
final thought about life. It doesn't even have to be wrestling related. Final thought. Give me something.
Don't be scared. Take life and grab it by the horns. Charge it like a bull, straight into battle. Don't be scared. Life's going to come at you fast, so you better hit it out of the park. We'll send it to you. Send us home.
What?
That's my reaction to that promo right there at the end. So thank you guys for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.